Rob Hagan, live in Delano tonight with the latest on this manhunt. Rob, what can you tell us at this hour?
Jim, school was closed in Delano today, and that's not all. The city's annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony and the parade have also been postponed, but city leaders are staying silent as the dangerous killer remains on the run. It has been now more than 6 hours since fire crews have been battling these flames. And from what I've seen, it looks like they're going to be fighting this fire overnight. Alex? And the election is far from over. You should have heard the crowd here when they called Pennsylvania. Everybody cheering USA. It was incredible. The city plans to jack up the water usage rate by more than 50% over the next 5 years, and the sewer usage rate by up to 300%. One city council member says, simply put, that stinks. The population here at Southlake is 160 people, and a lot of them are fed up with the recent public safety power shutoffs, turning their little slice of heaven into hell. And we begin with your 17 Crime Watch, and our top story, gun violence in the streets of Arvin. 2 men are dead and 2 others injured after reports of a gun battle in Arvin this morning, where a neighborhood was caught in the crossfire. Tonight, detectives are still searching for answers and a suspect. It's day 3 of the manhunt for escaped inmate and convicted killer Cesar Hernandez, who disappeared in the middle of Delano Monday morning, evading custody and his court date. Days later, residents are still on edge.
They're scared too. It's not just us. The children are scared.
Maria Villalobos is manager of Don Roberto Jewelers down the street from where Hernandez escaped.
Making sure those doors are double locked, the windows are locked. We have kids, and we have to be extra careful at night, making sure you're not sleeping well at night right now. It's scary.
Villalobos says the store parking lot does not have lights, so they're using the buddy system to close up shop. Diana Nunez is fortifying her home with new security.
Set up cameras to make sure that everything's, that we're making sure everything's okay when we're not home and when we're home.
Delano District schools closed in response to the manhunt. Villalobos says she's changed her after-school protocol beyond telling her kids not to talk to strangers. The Delano Police Department issued a statement on Facebook stating the case is under jurisdiction of the CDCR.
I believe they're doing what they can, but I do feel that sense of, but are we safe? And we want to hear that we are safe. I think that's the most important thing.
Take a good look at this photo. If you see this man, do not approach him. Call 911 immediately from a safe distance. The Delano Christmas Parade has been postponed to December 10th, and the annual Christmas tree lighting has been postponed to the 11th. If you see something, say something and call 911. Until then, in Delano, Rob Hagan, 17 News. Now, from our 17 follow-up file, the submerged SUV belonging to Christina Murphy was recovered from the Kern River this morning, but Murphy remains missing. This comes just 4 days after a diver found the vehicle and posted the video on YouTube. But a KCSO spokesperson says the recovery operation was possible because of the reduced flow of the river. The submerged vehicle belonging to Christina Murphy, who was reported missing July 22nd, has been pulled from the Kern River, but she remains missing. Deputies confirmed there were no occupants in the SUV during Saturday morning's recovery operation. It took 53 days to get to this point, but it only took 15 minutes to remove the 4Runner.
On July 23rd, when we initially located the submerged vehicle, to today, there's a difference of about 20 feet of water.
Lori Meza with the Kern County Sheriff's Office says the river was too deadly for rescue crews to act until now.
There's no amount of training that is going to replace the fact that they are human beings who are also at risk.
Meza says the river was flowing at 1,000 cubic feet per second Tuesday, according to the Water Master, versus 700 cubic feet per second Saturday.
The goal every time we come out here is a recovery. At the end of the day, the goal is a safe recovery where we're not putting anyone else in danger.
The operation comes just days after a diver with the group Adventures with a Purpose found the submerged SUV and posted the video to YouTube. The post has been viewed more than 165,000 times since Tuesday.
Although people might be well-meaning, an active crime scene that is tampered with is something that could hinder closure for the family.
Murphy's family was notified about the recovery operation. Family members were on scene witnessing the terrible wreckage pulled from the water. Murphy's friends say they were the ones that called adventurers with the purpose to take action. But the video has brought Murphy's family more pain.
I understand that, the community wants to hear and wants to know, but remember that this is a time to respect a very, very difficult situation that a family is dealing with right now.
Hundreds of people stopped on California Avenue Sunday afternoon in traffic and on lawns with their phones, friends, and families to witness the massive fire burning a pile of railroad ties. The fire started about 3 p.m. Some feared the absolute worst.
When I first heard of the fire, I was scared. I was really, really scared because it was so close to the shopping center and our businesses, so I was afraid that the fire was going to jump, it was going to move.
Others were frightened it might be a rail car on fire. Some were afraid it might be a car carrying dangerous chemicals, but it was a large pile of creosote-soaked railroad ties. Sarah Leos, co-owner of Red Hot Thrills, raced to her adult novelty store when she found out it was near ground zero of the fire burning next door.
The firemen told me that it has been contained. It was possibly started by homeless.
A BNSF security officer on scene loaded a man in cuffs in the back of the patrol vehicle. It's still unclear why the man is detained. Jessica Champagne was taking a cosmetology class at City Nails in the shopping center behind the Jack in the Box at California and Oak. Class ended early.
A lot of people just started coming swarming over here, so we just watched the firefighters put water and take it out.
Some even followed the massive smoke plume for miles to witness what firefighters call a dirty fire.
You can see on the freeway, like all the way across town, the huge smoke plume. I think it's about one of the biggest ones I've seen since I moved here.
Currently, there are no injuries reported, and the cause of the fire is under investigation.
That's the biggest campfire I've seen in town.
New here at 5 o'clock. Today was the day where hundreds gathered to take a whole lot of steps toward their goal of completing the Bakersfield Marathon. There are 4 ranges of difficulty, including the full marathon, half marathon, 10K, and 6K. But it's not victory that draws the runners. It's the community connection. Get ready. Get set. Hundreds of people from all walks are putting their feet to pavement big time at the annual Bakersfield Marathon.
I'm really excited that I can do this together. Nervous.
There's a full marathon, half marathon, 10K, and 6K. Everyone runs for a different reason. For Team No Limits, the race is about perseverance.
We see it as life, and in a run you have obstacles, you have trials, but you can overcome those.
The Persol family has been on a long road. Anastasia was diagnosed with leukemia when she was just a baby. She's only been able to walk the last few races, but that was the last few.
Feel good.
They ran the 6K and they already have their sights set on next year.
To ask people that feel like they are limited to just take a leap of faith and come out and join us.
It's the first 6K for the Brown family. For them, the race is about solidarity. And of course, the feeling of victory.
It's one of the greatest community events here in Bakersfield. It brings a ton of people together so that we can actually see the community, the best parts of the community. It's an amazing race.
For some runners, it's about determination. Crystal Ima Rodriguez is just minutes away from completing her first half marathon.
Happy it's almost over, but I'm glad I did it. Have fun.
Just have fun. That's what matters the most.
Whether you do it for fun, for glory, or for family, the Bakersfield Marathon brings people together. And if you missed it this year, don't worry. There's always next year.
Just having my mom with me, it's just nice to have her with me to see her run these runs. I love it, and just having her put the medal over me after I finish, it just makes that more special. Thank you guys. Thank you, Bakersfield Marathon. This is what we're doing right here. Love it. Thank you guys.
There are a few things you could do to beat the triple-digit heat. One way is to stay inside and watch Netflix. Another is... I would choose option B.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here for 17 News at sunrise starting at 5 a.m. Have a good night and stay safe.